actually some do's and don'ts to job searching. So let's start with the most obvious, social media. Like, that's becoming more of a thing. People who just don't have social media sense and need a cleanse.
Yeah, it's got them in some trouble. I mean, what do we do about that social media cleanse?
Absolutely. You know, the thing is that social media is so great when you're looking for a job. It lets you know what's happening. But at the same time, you have to be careful of what you post and just be clean with it. You want to make sure that you post things that are definitely going to help you get your job, but not take away. So, you know, if you love puppies, great. If you love other things that other people may not love with you, maybe simmer down on that. Check out the Instagram. Yeah. We know you love Lollapalooza. Maybe you take the picture of the artist. Maybe you don't take the picture of whatever happened in the bathroom. Just be discreet.
That's real.
That's great advice, because people, you don't need to get everything out there. Like, people will be okay if they don't know what you're doing in the bathroom. All right, in job descriptions, there's that qualification section, and sometimes we may feel like we just don't meet those requirements. So what do you do to highlight the best things on your resume?
So it's super important to actually look at those descriptions. Some things are kind of like a wish list. Mm-hmm. So they say it's not required but preferred. That means you don't have to have that particular qualification. But if they say it's mandatory, whether it's your college degree, whether it is, you know, experience, sure, technical skills, make sure that you meet those mandatory requirements. Otherwise, you're actually not going to be happy and will find yourself back on the job market.
Okay, so this is a good question. I've actually found myself on the fence here because I'm not sure like what you should do, what you shouldn't do. So LinkedIn, that is a new social media platform that's been gaining a lot of attention, a lot of traction. And then you have, of course, Facebook and Twitter. So you can find a lot of these people who are hiring on social media. Mm-hmm. Where should we be following them? Should we like follow them on Facebook? You know, should we go like find them on Facebook, Twitter, try to be friends with them and get their attention? What's appropriate, what's not?
Well, this is a big don't.
Really?
It's a little bit of a big don't. I mean, you should definitely be on LinkedIn. You should definitely talk to your recruiter, figure out who your coworkers might be, try to see if you'll be a good fit. But you should not social stalk the employer. So the boss, the coworkers, you know, find them on LinkedIn, but please don't Instagram them.
Okay.
And then,
so even if it's a nice message with a nice picture.
Yeah.
Even then, because this is Insta society, right? And so you don't get a job instantly. You have to give people a chance to get back to you. So just because you applied for a job today or last week or last month does not mean you then get to say, I saw you on Twitter tweeting about puppies, so where's my job offer?
And I always say, if you have to ask yourself if something is creepy, it probably is.
Yeah, right? Exactly. So,
she said not 1 month. I'm like, what about 6 months?
100%. So, Chris, we all want money, right? That's like the thing. But should we chase a position just for the money that we could potentially make there?
Absolutely not. I am a strong proponent of, you know, chasing your passion. And I know it's sometimes hard in economic times that are pretty tough. But it's really about doing what you love and asking yourself, would I do this for free? You know, hopefully we won't be there, you know, but right, would I do it for free just in case, you know, there comes a time where, hey, you have to put in extra time and work to get to the next level. So I think it's important to be passionate about what you're doing. And specifically when cultivating your career and cultivating your skill set with an employer, asking them and interviewing them as well in the process with you, you know, asking them, are you a good fit for their environment so that you can grow and learn as a professional?
Nice.
All right. Really interesting stuff.
So, Donnie, I got to ask you this. You're actually helping Sony Music look for an intern here in Chicago. Are you able to share any details?
Absolutely. So, Sony is looking for a freshman or sophomore at a Chicago university in order to join their team. It's actually a 3-year contract, and you have the opportunity to write about Chicago music acts. And it's one of those things where if you do a great job, there may be an opportunity full-time employment at the end of that contract.
Wow, so cool. I got one more for Adrian, since we got time here. Adrian, you know, thanks to websites like LinkedIn, we're able to follow recruiters, but should we start following them on all platforms as well?
That's where it gets a little tricky. Sure, look at them. Maybe don't obviously follow them. Put people on a list, but don't follow them because it looks weird. Like Donnie said, if it feels creepy and is creepy, it might be creepy. If we're not friends like that, then maybe hold off on the Facebook and everything else. Some people consider Facebook to be their sacred space. Some people consider Twitter to be their sacred space. If there's a lock on it, don't try to break in. It's just,
All right.
you know,
Thank-
lay low on the stalking.
Chris wants to add to that?
Yeah, and I would say focus on your resume and building that, and they will come to you. You know, when they see a good candidate, they're going to be able to see it loud and clear. You really don't have to follow up too much to get the job.
All right.
Real recognizes real.
Thank you.
Exactly.
Thank you to Donnie, Adrian, and Chris for joining us today. Their number one tip, don't be weird.
And also for the Sony Music internship, if we could pop that up one more time, there's your information. Email your resume and cover letter and PDF to Donnie at donnashouseinc.org. SonyMusic.com is where you can read up on that. So